Meanwhile, there was a very rare moment of unity in Congress this week when even the most partisan Democrats celebrated the Republican senator from Maine, Susan Collins, for achieving a very uncommon milestone. As the campaign of her likely Democrat opponent for that seat in the 2026 midterms, Graham Plattner, faltered amid the fallout of more fresh controversy. But first, let's look at the current senator. On Thursday, she cast her 10,000th consecutive Senate vote during a marathon votorama on the budget reconciliation package, which provides $69.5 billion in funding for ICE from now through 2029. That measure passed 52 to 47. It should be noted that Senator Lisa Murkowski of Arkansas was the one and only Republican who voted against it. Setting her aside, Senator Collins is a moderate Republican who represents an increasingly blue state, and she is now the first and only senator in our entire history to reach that threshold of service to us, impressing both sides of the aisle. The Senate chamber erupted into loud applause in a show of respect as Senator Collins hit that impressive milestone of taking seriously her obligation to the people who elected her, and that drew immense bipartisan praise that is rare to witness these days. Starting with the Senate Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer of New York, who said, "No matter what has been going on in the world or in her life, Senator Collins has never missed a vote in her entire Senate career. This is truly a remarkable milestone. Many of us try hard to make every vote. Senator Collins has actually done it." Likewise, Illinois' Democrat Senator Dick Durbin echoed Schumer's acknowledgement, calling this accomplishment an impressive demonstration of endurance and determination. "I salute you for it." Senator Collins had this to say, "Mainers are known for their work ethic, and they deserve a senator who works just as hard for them. Growing up in Aroostook County, I learned the value of hard work, perseverance, and honoring your commitments. I am proud to bring those values with me to the Senate every day. Representing the state of Maine is the honor of a lifetime, and I will continue to serve with the diligence and responsibility that Mainers deserve." I wish all of our senators took their duty to us this seriously. Meanwhile, Maine is considered a must-win state if Democrats intend to flip the Senate and block the rest of President Trump's second-term agenda, something that has happened at every midterm except one, I believe, and that was right after 9/11. No matter which party was in power, if Republicans held the White House, every midterm went in favor of Democrats. If Democrats owned the White House, every midterm went in favor of Republicans, except for that one. But Senator Collins has consistently defied conventional predictions and political headwinds by winning 4 re-election campaigns with a lot of crossover support, even in this increasingly polarized era. Chuck Schumer's praise of Senator Collins' honorable commitment to fulfilling the role that she was elected to stands in stark contrast to his endorsement of a candidate like Plattner, a man with a Nazi SS tattoo on his chest, who said that women who get date raped deserve it if they were drinking, who called Mary, the mother of Christ, a skank, and Jesus, a zombie, who verbally attacked a Purple Heart recipient that was shot 4 times while saving his comrades, saying that he wished that the Taliban had had better aim. And likewise, attacking a dead hero, the Navy SEAL sniper, Chris Kyle, by waiting until he was dead after being murdered by a vet with PTSD that he was heroically helping. And when he could not defend himself anymore, Plattner then accused him of deliberately killing civilians in order to inflate his numbers, an accusation which he made purely for attention and without any evidence, not a drop of it, to back up what he was saying at all, among many other scandals involving his account on a website that is known to be full of child predators, accusations of abuse by several former girlfriends, accusations of intimidation if they spoke out, etc., etc., etc. Yet Democrats continue to bend over backwards to defend Plattner on all of these fronts, as he remains entrenched in well-deserved controversy. In the latest addition to the vile sewage that this man swims through at all times, a new report from the New York Times was released this week about the Democrats' candidate for replacing Ms. Collins in the Senate. It cited several of his former girlfriends in making accusations that Plattner has engaged in a documented pattern of intimidating and disturbing behavior towards multiple women, and lied about not knowing the meaning of his Nazi tattoo. In this report, in addition to debunking that claim to innocence by saying that he knew full well that it was the emblem of the Nazi SS, 3 of Plattner's ex-girlfriends all described volatile and toxic relationships with the Democrat darling, claiming that he demeaned women, became physically threatening, left them with bruises, and was repeatedly unfaithful to them. On one occasion, one of these ex-girlfriends accused Plattner of twisting her arm behind her back, shoving her into a bedroom, and holding the door shut to imprison her there. She left him the next morning. Like all of the other disgusting controversies haunting this dirtbag, most of which are proven to be true by his own posts and photos, Plattner's only form of damage control is denial and claims of victimhood, saying on MS Now anything alleging physicality, anything alleging that I knew what my tattoo was. These are the statements of someone who's politically motivated. Sure, dude. You were so obsessed with that Nazi symbol that you wanted it carved into your flesh, but you also didn't know what the thing that you were that obsessed with was. I totally believe you, coward. After all of his sewer-filled baggage, Plattner met privately with Senate Democrats in Washington earlier this week, as that party's leaders have finally grown a little bit concerned about whether additional scandals will surface on him before the general election in November. Yet the Democrat leaders continue to coalesce around their woman-abusing Nazi. But there are cracks in the blue wall among mainstream Democrats. Ali Samarco, a Democrat political consultant, openly stated, Graham Plattner is a chronic liar who is mentally disturbed, sympathetic to Nazis, and dangerous to women. I'm disgusted to see members of my party make excuses for his behavior because it's politically beneficial. He should be nowhere near our party and the United States Senate. Let's see. Someone who has showed up for every single vote to represent you when no one else in Congress can say the same. Or an abusive Nazi date rape fan on a predator website who degrades our veterans. Yes, that is a tough one, Maine.